Hi, I'm Terry from Bed and Biscuits Boarding and Training Facility, and this is Ditka. Ditka's done very good. He's a bulldog, so he's stubborn, but he's not stupid. He does really well after we do it over and over and over. And don't let him get away with much, because if you do once or twice, he's going to expect it from then on. So the trick is with him, stick to your ground, make it happen every single time. Next thing you know, he'll be doing it because he knows there's no other way he's going to be allowed to do it. Okay, I got like a 6-foot leash, nothing fancy, just any old 6-foot leash. Prong collar works best with him, otherwise he's going to still pull a little bit. Do not leave the prong collar on him when he's home playing or doing anything at home. This is only for training, okay? Put this on when you're training a couple times a day if you can, at least once a day, 10 or 15 minutes at the most each time, that's it, because attention span is not very long, just like a young child. And then take the prong collar off and reward him by giving him, I didn't do any treats with him, but you can throw a ball, let him go out and run and play, do whatever he wants to do that he really enjoys, and that's his reward. Another reward for him, when I'm healing him, I know I've talked to you about it when you've been here working with him, with me. When you're healing, dog is always at your left side, and he goes to lag behind or pull ahead or go somewhere else, there's a distraction, he wants to go that way, it's just a pull and release. And I tell him to heel. Okay, just pull and release real quick. If he doesn't do what you want him to do it again. And keep walking, don't slow down, don't go in the direction he wants to go, just keep going, pull and release. His reward is giving him a loose leash. You pull, which they don't like with this collar, it doesn't hurt him, it gets their attention. His reward is to leave it loose, so other than the weight of the collar, he doesn't even know he's got it on him. So we're gonna do about 4 or 5 different exercises here. The heel on lead, sit stay, the down stay, and the recall. I'm gonna use verbal commands as well as hand signals all the way through. When we return, we'll come back to the heel on leash. Good boy, Jim. Okay, like I said, the dog is always at your left side. I usually start out with a sit. The hand signal to sit is pull your hand up like that as you tell him to sit. When you want to heel, you just take your first step and tell him to heel. When you stop walking, he should sit. If he doesn't, as long as he stops, but I've got him trained to where he usually sits. Okay, let's sit there. Sit. Okay, when you're ready to go, just take your first step, tell him to heel. Heel. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Heel. Good boy. Good boy. Heel. Come on. Good boy, and praise your dog. Good boy. Okay, this is gonna be Ditka's sit stay. Hand signal again is to sit like that. And to stay, palm of your hand in his face and tell him to stay as you walk to the end of your leash. Reinforce the word stay as you walk to the end of the leash because he may try to follow you. Stay. 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 Reinforce the word stay as you return. Stay. Stay. Exercise finished and praise your dog. Okay, this is going to be Ditka's down stay. You're going to turn and face him. He's already in a sit. Okay, if he's not, put him in a sit. Turn and face him, and you're going to need to put your finger all the way to the ground as you tell him to down. Sometimes he goes down easily, sometimes he's a little stubborn, and he doesn't want to go down. So I don't tell him any more than twice. Don't keep telling him over and over and over, because if he breaks the command, every time you tell him down and he doesn't do it, he's breaking the command, and he'll get used to that as being okay. So if you tell him twice and he doesn't do it, you can pull at the bottom of the collar, the leash where it hooks to the collar, as you tell him one last time and pull him gently to the ground. Hopefully you don't have to do that, but there will be times you will because he's a little stubborn. Okay, Ditka, down. Ditka, down. This is one of those times. Look at that, good boy. He knows what you mean, but he's stubborn. Stay. Reinforce the word stay. I've even got him a little bit, if you want to do the off lead later, which we'll see if he's a candidate for it later, but if you want to do the off lead, I've got him ready to lay the leash on the ground. Stay. Stay. Down. Stay. 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 Exercise finished and praise your dog. Good boy. Okay, this is going to be Ditka's recall. Again, you're going to stand, hand signal to sit, like that. Tell him to stay, just like you did your sit, stay, and your down stay. You're going to walk it to the end of your leash, reinforcing stay, and just walk out to the end of your 6-foot leash. The last hand signal you need to remember, bring your hand to your chest as you tell him to come. He should come to you and hopefully sit at your feet. The big thing is coming when you call him. Sit, stay, stay, stay. Ditka, come. Boy, good boy. Didn't want to rush on that one. Good boy. Exercise finished. Good boy. Okay, for a conclusion, Ditka's done really good. Sometimes when it's hot, it's not horribly hot out right now. The sun's kind of getting ready to go down, but it is a little bit warm. He doesn't do as good. Everything's slow motion when it's warm, so he does do things a little quicker usually than he did today on video. But just remember your hand signals to sit, like that. Stay, you can even be 6 feet away. Tell him to stay, he knows what that means. Come is bring your hand to your chest. Going in and out of doorways, I think I showed you at the front door, he goes around the edge of the door there, sits, I tell him to stay. As I walk through the door, I usually have him on a leash when I do that. He's ready to go in there as soon as I say the command to come. And I do that through doorways. It's sit, stay, I walk through the door, open the door and tell him to come, and he comes through the door afterwards. I do that all the time, so he's pretty good at that. You have to train him at your doorways at home. Make sure all it takes is somebody not to do it a few times, and he'll get out of the habit and try to bust through the door before everybody else again. That's up to you. Some people don't find it a big thing. Some people really like it. So, like I said, if you want to do the off lead later, let him grow up a little bit. We'll see how he does. The off leash is not for every dog. He's smart enough. I'm just not sure. He's stubborn too. So off leash, got to really have our stuff together. So we'll see. And I don't even know if that's a thing, that an option you even wanted to try. But he's done very, very good, and I've enjoyed working with him. Thank you. Good boy, Ditka.